Do you find yourself living in the moment with a quiet sense of joyfulness? Do you really want to take the time to experience each moment for what it is? Do you treasure and value freedom to plow your own course, set your own schedule, do your own thing, and also let others do the same? Do you feel that you're very tolerant of other people, their beliefs, their actions, and that you have a live and let live sort of philosophy to life? You might be slow to warm up to people or show people that true vulnerable side of you, but once you do, you consider those relationships to be the most important in your life. And you'll express devotion to those people in those relationships in subtle, quiet, sort of thoughtful ways. If this sounds like you, then you might be an ISFP, the adventurer personality type. Also happens to be my personality type. So ISFPs tend to be kind of quiet, reserved, private sort of individuals. They definitely don't like the spotlight on them. It makes them feel very uncomfortable, and they're quite spontaneous and easygoing. They're known for their tolerance of others. They don't ever feel the need to kind of impose what they think or they believe onto others. They don't like to put their opinions on others or even sometimes voice their opinions. They'll just quietly disagree if something comes up that they don't particularly see eye to eye with. They won't confront that. They avoid confrontation if they can, just to keep the harmony going between them, other people, the group. They don't want to be that awkward person that kind of stands up and says the opposite, even if they're thinking that in their mind. The only time you'll see an ISFP rise up is if someone challenges their beliefs, their way of life, their inner value. So they have this philosophy of, you know what, do you, I'll do me. But if somebody comes in and tells them you're doing this wrong, you've got to do it this way, that is when the claws will come out, and ISFPs will then stand up for themselves and what they believe to be right. And that could be with a direct conversation, but more likely it would be more of avoiding that person. They're definitely guided by their strong sense of inner values, and these inner values are how they live their outer life. They want to contribute to people's well-being and happiness. They want to do something to help others. So do more than, again, not just a job, kind of similar to how I discussed INFPs. They don't want to be just working for the money. They want to have some intrinsic value to their job as well. Usually that intrinsic value involves helping others in some way. ISFPs learn by doing, they learn by experiencing, so they don't really like to sit and read up about things and study in theory and be in a room just focused on studying. They really like to experience, to be out there, to do things. So while they are an introverted personality type, that extroverted sensing in them really encourages them to get out in the real world and experience real life moments, whether it's with somebody, alone, a small group, as would be preferable for an ISFP. Very observant, practical, realistic. They notice things about their environment that others may not. They use the things that they notice to kind of predict what might happen in the future, to use for practical reasons now. ISFPs are extremely flexible and adaptable, so they're happy to take on new information that's upcoming and incorporate that in their plan. And they actually don't really plan all that much anyway. Just kind of see what's happening, what unfolds, and they go with it. One thing ISFPs tend to do is underestimate themselves, underrate themselves. Are you an ISFP?